Based on the Coffee Table Christianity podcast by Father Michael, I will be answering the first question, which is describe your coffee table. And I feel my coffee table includes my family, my friends, my education, God, and definitely my hobbies, which is listening to music and singing. I feel my friends and family are definitely on my coffee table because they have been the most important people in my life, and they still are, especially my mom. My mom, since everything she's been through, good and her worst times, she sacrificed so much for me and still cares for me and loves me even though sometimes I mess up. And my family always supports me no matter what. And for my friends as well, they always give me advice whenever I need some guidance and is always there to support me. Definitely, I feel God will be on my coffee table because He is an important part of my life as well. And my education is definitely on my coffee table because education is so important in order to become successful, in order to know what you want to do with your life and finding your own purpose. And definitely music is such a big component of my coffee table because ever since I was a little girl, I've always had a passion for music and singing and still do. I always sing along to every song on the radio, even though I don't even know the words. And most songs always speak to me and always have some great messages. And that's one of the reasons why music is on my coffee table. And describe society's coffee table. Definitely their society's coffee table would include family, work, God, Jesus, friends, and hobbies. Compare and contrast between my coffee table and society's. Well, the similar things that I have with society is definitely family, God, hobbies, and the only difference is their work is on their coffee table since I'm just in school now. So I technically don't have work right now. And do they relate to buying of identity? Well, I feel they do because in the textbook when they discuss about the buying of identity, it basically means how you identify yourself as a human being. So what group you identify with or how am I different with other people, such as through clothing, shoes, cars, etc. So basically how you look to other people, how you differentiate from one another. And I feel that's the same thing with the coffee table because with our coffee table, that's like identifying our own selves from society. Do you recognize any changes that need to be made to my coffee table? I do recognize any changes that need to be made to my coffee table, which is even though God is on my coffee table, I feel like I'm even though He is on my coffee table, I have my family, friends, and education and music usually comes first, and God is left left on the table, which means I'm not really that religious. I'm not really that close with God, even though I do believe in Him, but I don't have that close connection with Him yet. Hopefully that's what I want to change in order to be closer with God later in the future. With society's coffee table, I feel the same thing with my coffee table. Like, as Father Michael said in his podcast, even though society has God on their coffee table, they focus more on their work, hobbies, family, and friends more than God, and don't make the time for God in their life. And if everyone in the world had similar tables to yours, would that make the world better off, worse off, or no change at all? Well, if everyone did have the same coffee table as me, there would be no change at all, because my table, as I just mentioned, God is on it, but he's not really there. Like, I'm still trying to get closer to God, and since it's asking if everyone had the same coffee table as me, they would only focus on like education and family and friends more. It's good that they're focusing on those things, but they should also make more time and dedicate their time to God as well, as much as they do for like their work or their jobs. So this concludes my presentation.